What's good, YouTube family? It's your boy. My name is Earl, back with another video for y'all where we're doing an episode of Let's Talk, and I have a great guest to bring, bro. This girl has been on her ish. I'm telling y'all, she on that mogul. I'm telling you, she on young mogul moves. She be inspiring people on the Instagram. You feel me? Workout video content on the Instagram, like motivation, like very inspiring young female, you feel me? Like, but let me introduce my girl, Christine.
Hey y'all, I'm Christine. Every time somebody edify me, I just be like, nah, but really, I'm just living to inspire people through everything I do.
For sure. But on this episode, we're gonna talk about bad habits and negative thoughts. So, what would you say is like one of your biggest, or that you think you overcame, like bad habit wise, like recently?
I feel like, well, with everybody's biggest bad habit is procrastination, and I don't know if that will go away for any of us. But I have gotten better at that one. But honestly, I think my biggest one that I just overcame. Hold on, I wrote it down. Is not speaking up and second guessing myself. Those are two ones I overcame this summer. Because before, if you look at my page now, like I'm always talking on my page, like all the time. But if you was to go back to like 2020 in April, just pictures, like I wasn't talking at all, because speaking up for me, I would always have a lot to say in my head, but I would either think people are going to be like, okay, what is she talking about? Like, she sounds dumb or nothing, like stuff like that. And so I would just keep it quiet. Like, I even have a tattoo on my arm that says speak, because I don't speak up. So that was one of my biggest bad habits that I just overcame.
I also hop on that. I definitely say procrastination, because I remember when I was about to start a YouTube channel, like I remember I was thinking about that maybe like months a while ago, and like and thank God for like my roommates gave me that little push. They're like, bro, you might as well just start it, like, because at first in my mindset I was thinking like, all right, man, I gotta wait to get like a MacBook, and I'm gonna wait till I buy this. But then the more you keep further pushing off, the more you delaying it. So it's just like, what we doing here? You feel me? So my roommate put it in my head. He's like, Earl, you know you ain't gotta get a MacBook, bro. You could just buy an editor, bro. Like, you don't really need to get a MacBook right now. You could wait on that. And then like I was like, you know what? You actually right. Let me stop BSing and just go straight into it. You feel me? So I just
you feel me? Like, no, really, that's a fact. Like for me, that's what a lot of people think. Like, I didn't even think of procrastination like that, but that's what it is. Like when I started my fitness stuff, I remember guys told me to start it back in June, and I was like, okay, well, like, how am I gonna do that? Like, I don't have this, I don't have that, and I already had everything I needed. I remember it was a sermon I had watched by Michael Todd, and he was like, I wish I remember the title, but he was like, why are you acting like God didn't give you everything you needed already? He said, God told you to write a book, and all you're saying is, but God, I only have this, I only have that. That's all you need. And he was like, God's telling you to start your fitness journey, and all you have is a phone and a dumbbell. He was like, that's all you need. And so I looked, and I was like, okay, so what are the two things I have? Because the story he was talking about was the 5 loaves of bread, that story. And so I was like, okay, I have a phone, I have a backyard, and I have a couple of equipment, because my mom used to be a trainer. And I was like, well, let me just work with that and let God multiply it. So then after I started doing that, you know, after I got out of my procrastination mode, was just like, let me just go ahead like you did with your YouTube. Like, God started bringing everything else that I needed. So it's like, getting over that, I need to have this and I need to have that. I think that honestly comes from us looking at the people who already have it. Like for me, Brittany, babe, she's a fitness trainer, and I love her, but she's really big. But I see her when she's big. I didn't see her
from the ground.
And like when she was just starting with just the phone, and she started like years ago, so like the phones weren't even that good. So it's like
it's humble beginnings. You feel me? So
definitely humble beginnings.
Definitely humble beginnings. So I would say like bad habits in general is just like something you definitely have to work on processing and progressing on. Like, you never want to tend to keep that in a certain state. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like a lot of people, like, they scared to take it on, you feel me? Like, to get rid of it, like, to better themselves.
Just, that's how I am.
Yeah, like, I would never try to settle for less, you feel me? Like, I definitely want to improve on how I am as a person overall, you feel me? Like, if I have, like, a certain thing, like, like say for like testing instance, like if I know I'm not good at testing, I'm definitely study and put my work ethics even harder. You feel me? Like I'm gonna grind as much as I can to study for a certain whatever I need to get done.
Yeah.
And I would definitely pursue it to the best of my capabilities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
I feel like when you say, like, you recognize that you have a weakness, you recognize you have a bad habit, and then you say, well, that's just how I am, but that's just how I've always been, you're making an excuse for yourself.
For real.
Like, if you think about where you want to be in the future, like, not even that far, where you want to be by the end of the year, or where you want to be by next year, that person that you want to be, like for me, I know that I want to be a bigger personal trainer, and I want to be an author, and I want to be a chairwoman. If I know that's the person I want to be, well, my bad habits can't come with me. Like, if I look at the people who are already there, they ain't procrastinating. They ain't scared to speak up. They ain't, like, you got to be the you that you want to be in the future today. So it's like, you can't just say, well, that's how I've always been. Well, if you think that's how I've always been, you're not going to get to where you want to be, because bad habits cannot come with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause you gotta, like, you have to, like I said, you gotta get rid of those negative bad habits. Like, those definitely will they will definitely be a weight on your ankle, to be honest. Like, cause if you keep those with you, you will not further or better yourself at that point in time. Like, it's just gonna be an endless cycle of bad habits. Like, it's gonna keep building up off until a point you're gonna be like, well, dang, well, where am I going?
Exactly. And I like how you said weights, because this is my favorite verse in the Bible, and it says, strip off every dead weight that you have so that you can run the race that God has set before you. You can't run no race with a bunch of baggage on you. Okay. You cannot run no race with procrastination, being afraid to speak up, fear of rejection, being emotionally connected to wins and losses. You ain't gonna get far, because that's a lot of weight on you.
It is.
And it was talking about you have to literally get rid of, and not even, when I say bad habits, I mean those aren't even just the things that hold you back. Not bad people, but people that just aren't good for you in this season. That's also a dead weight. Strip off every dead weight so that you can run the race, or else you're gonna be walking real slow, just talking about where you want to be instead of actually working to get there. And
another point on that, you only are as good as the people you hang around.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you know people that are not on they grind, and they're not motivated, and they're not in a situation where you're trying to get to in life and goals, and like you don't see any improvement in them at all, like, I'm sorry, but you gotta move, bro.
You gotta move. You really gotta move, because here's the thing: just because somebody was good for you in one season does not mean they're good for you in the next. People are in your life for a reason, not too many seasons. There's only a small few of people that will be able to transfer from season to season. Those are your lifelong friends. You know how your mama be like, I've been friends since middle school type stuff. Those are them small little few people. But some people, they end to teach you a lesson, or they end to help you in one season, but in the next season, they could be damaging you. They could be holding you back from where you're supposed to be. Because like you said, they're not moving like you. They're not grinding like you. They're not trying to get nowhere.
Look, I'm trying to see millions, man. We trying to be multi.
Not trying is cuss.
Yeah, actually, let me move that out. Look, that's a bad habit right there. Let me move that out. We're gonna put that to the side. We going to be like, you gotta manifest, and that's a thing where a lot of people don't tend to do a lot lately. You feel me? Like, a lot of people be like, well, I'll try this time. I'll try that. Just do it. You feel me? Like, only person I be telling myself this a lot too. Like, the only person, you feel me, with bad habits in general, like, the only person that can help you is yourself. Like ain't nobody gonna babysit you or hold your hand and say, oh, I'm gonna hold you. Like, nah, like, it's your habit. Like, everybody has their own personal bad habits. So, like, you have to take care of yourself. Like, you have to, all right, grab it by the horns, and you gotta get out of there, man.
And I know a lot of people find a hard way doing that. Like, for me, I know one of my gifts is I have the ability to motivate people, so I have the ability to motivate myself. Not everybody has the ability. Well, I'm not gonna say that. You do have the ability to motivate yourself. It just might be harder for you to do that. So for me, I was just thinking about this earlier. I was sitting in bed procrastinating, just like a couple hours ago, just chilling. Like, I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like doing my stuff. And I have two parts of me. I'll say this. If you don't talk to yourself, I don't know how you're going to succeed. Because for me, I have to talk to myself.
I definitely, like, because I feel like, also on that note, like, I feel like a lot of geniuses and moguls do that sometimes. You feel me? Like, it's just like, because not everybody is, they're unique in their own shape and form. Like, you feel me? So, like, that just shows how much of of a genius that person is, if you
Yeah.
in a way.
So like when I was laying in my bed, I was just chilling, and the other half of me, the other Christine, she was like, "Girl, get up and do your stuff," and I was like. And after I got up, I did a couple of jumping jacks, and I got to do my work right when I called you and stuff. But you have to be able to do that because you're not always going to want to get up. You're not always going to want to show up. Right. And like being your own motivator, I tell my clients like, yeah, you can have, because I do a best friend deal. So if two people come, it's a discounted price. You can have an accountability partner. However, it's still on you.
Like yeah. Like at the end of the day, it's definitely on you.
Yeah. Like a lot of people will have accountability partners, and they'll be like, well, I didn't go to the gym because she couldn't come. So? Was
that just because she ain't go? Is she a part of you? That last time I checked, you take care of yourself.
Exactly. So I'm like, so you're gonna stop yourself from reaching your goal because somebody couldn't come to the gym with you. You're gonna stop yourself from reaching your goal because nobody wanted to hop on live with you. Like, stop making excuses by putting it on other people. At the end of the day, it is on you. And once you take responsibility, that's a good habit that you need to have. A good habit you can have is taking responsibility for everything that happens in your life. Your role in everything. If you do that, then you ain't even, like, nothing can really stop you. Because it's like, anything that happens in my businesses, it's on me. What am I going to do to fix it?
Sure.
It's not, I'm not the victim, right? And even in situations where, yes, you rightfully are the victim, don't be the victim. Like, at the end of the day, what can you do now?
For real, like I'm about to say, like why wait years and months when you could just change the whole problem and anything now? Like you just knock it out now. Like, you know what is the issue with me right now? What is the problem with me right now? Let me go focus on this and get this out the way and become a better person overall.
Yeah. And don't wait till the new year.
Nah.
Don't wait till the new year. And don't even wait till the new month. Because so many people tell me, okay, I'm going to start working out with you November 1st. I'm going to start working out December 1st because I just want to start fresh. Don't you realize that every day is a new day? Don't you realize that even if, okay, you want to start fresh, Sunday comes every 7 days. So it's like, if you want to start fresh, start on a new week or start on a new day. But don't wait. Don't have it be November, what's today? November 4th? Don't have it be November 4th if you're talking about, okay, I'm going to get in the gym on December 1st. When Christmas around and your relatives and you gonna be eating good? No, you're not.
I'm about to say, because you're not that far off. You coming from Thanksgiving, you going straight to Christmas.
You is not.
You not. So
don't wait till New Year's to get your life together because, well, first of all, we're not even promised the next hour.
We're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised a day. We're not promised a second, to be honest.
And you really have to move like that. Like for me, somebody has said something, and they said, do you want to, well, let me ask you this question. One of your goals is to be chairman, right? Okay. Do you want to be a chairman now, or do you want to be a chairman in February?
Shoot, I want to be one now. if I get the opportunity now, I want to be it now.
Exactly. So, would you be happy if you were a chairman now, or would you be happy if you were a chairman in February?
Should I be happy now?
Exactly. So, think about it like this. Somebody who comes into the business and says, I want to be a chairman now, versus somebody who says, I want to be a chairman in February, who's going to work harder?
Shoot, the one that's talking about...
The one that's talking about now, because they're trying to make it happen now. And I had to realize that. I was like, I had to stop setting dates for things. Because I used to set dates, and, that's something to work towards. But if you do set a date, you need to be very, very loose with it. Because if I say, it's going to take me 3 hours to clean up this whole house, it's going to take me 3 hours. But if I say, I'm about to get this done in 30 minutes, I'm going to work faster. So that's why I stopped setting dates for things. I'm not going to say, okay, I want to be this by this time. No, I want to be it now because I'm going to work faster.
Like we was talking before, manifestation. You have to speak about it. Like, if you manifest certain things, this helps get you over the bad habits that you had before, you feel me, prior to or whenever, like, you feel me, like, if you manifest it and speak it into existence, it's gonna happen, because you motivating yourself to a point where it's going down, you feel me, like, it has to.
Yeah, and I want to speak on manifestation, actually. Like, I think, like, okay, so self-care and all that stuff, manifesting has become, like, a trend this year. I'm gonna say it's a trend because every year we got a new trend, but it's really stuff we should have been doing. Yeah. But now everybody hopped on the manifestation self-care wave. Cool. when it comes to manifestation, the first thing you need to do in order to do it right, because I think a lot of people are just like, I'm manifesting it. Well, what are you doing, number one? So first thing you need to do is write your goals down. Write them down so detailed, like it doesn't make sense. Don't just say, I want to lose weight. How much weight do you want to lose?
Yeah,
where do you want to lose it?
You can't be too broad. You have to be specific.
Yes, definitely be extremely specific with your goal, y'all. I'm telling y'all. And then, like, even if you say, I want to move into a new apartment, where? Find the apartment you want to move into, address and all. Like, what city do you want to live in? Type stuff. And then the next thing you need to do is you need to find pictures with it. Like I said, with like the car or apartment or whatever you want to be, you need to take a picture of that house and post it everywhere in your room. Make it your lock screen. Whatever it is that you're going for, make it so big that you can see it. There's a verse in the Bible that says, write the vision and make it plain. Like, make it plain so that he who runs can see it. If I got my goals everywhere, I can see it when I wake up, when I'm in the bathroom, in the closet, like they're just in my face all the time. And then the last thing we need to do is you need to make affirmations that go with those goals. So for me, one of my goals is to eventually become a chairwoman. So every morning I say, I am so happy and grateful now that I am a chairwoman. I say it like it's already done. Because as soon as you say it like it's already done, you're going to work like it's already done. And that's the last one, actually. You need to work for it. Because you can write the goals and you can put the pictures and say affirmations, but you don't put no work.
Yeah, if you ain't got no good work ethic, you're not gonna succeed in general. Like that's just in life, period. Like your work ethic is, and that's a bad habit a lot of people tend to have as well. Horrible work ethic. If you're not trying to grind like the person next to you or that person in the morning, that person in the night, like how do you expect to excel and succeed in life? You feel me? In general, that's how I look at it. Like even if the person, like for an example, the man has like a 4.5.0 and the man's about to hire either the 5.0 or the 2.6. You think you're gonna hire a person with a 5.1 with a horrible work ethic, or you gonna hire a person with a 2.6 that's gonna grind his tail off every morning, second, minute, and hour? I would definitely go with the 2.6.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Like if your work ethic is to a T, like there's no way nobody should be stopping you. I'm sorry.
No way. Faith without works is dead. Like you just talking at this point. And another thing, back to the bad habits, you gotta want to change your bad habits, because like that example made me think of like, okay, you want to be in this position, right? But you don't work like it, and you don't want to change it. I had somebody I had talked to, and I was like, okay, you told me you wanted to be this. Well, you need to start getting up earlier. You sleeping in till 11, and you missed like 4 hours of your day. Like, you need to wake up. I said you need at least be up by 8:30. What? I don't want to be up there. You don't want it.
You showing it right there that you don't want anything that bad, because the early bird gets the worm. That's the famous motto, you feel me? Like, the earlier you get up, there's like, dang, that boy getting up there, he grinding, you feel me? Like, oh, that girl getting up, oh, she about her money, you feel me? Like,
yeah.
If you ain't up to like 5 or 6 or something like that, bro, you ain't trying to eat out here. Like, you really ain't trying to eat.
No, that's a fact. And I was talking to my mentee this morning, and we was having I told her we had a boss conversation, because I texted her at like, 10 o'clock, and I said, what are you doing? And she asked me what I was doing, and I was like, yeah, I just trained a client, and I'm doing some homework, and I had, I said, I trained a client, I'm doing some homework, and now I'm editing my videos or whatever. And then she was like, she had recorded 2 of her YouTube videos. She had traded a little bit, and now she's on her way to the gym. 10:43 in the morning.
Oh,
I said, this is a boss conversation, because some people are just waking up.
For real.
It's not even 11 o'clock. Some people, and then something my mentor always told me, he said, you need to be having lunch while other people are having breakfast.
Facts.
And that's a fact. Like, I'll be having my lunch at like 11:30. My roommates is just waking up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, have lunch while other people are having breakfast. How bad do you want it?
Facts. That's true. So, and also when we was talking about negative thoughts. So when I believe, like, if not even just you in general, but just people around you have that negative thoughts and negative like vibe that's coming towards you, you just have to be able to say, like, look, I believe in my process. I believe in what my goal is in life. You feel me? Like, you just have to be, like I was telling you before, in your own lane. You feel me? Like, don't be figuring out what other people are doing or what they saying you came through or this, that, and the third and that nature, you feel me? You have to be able to focus on your goals, your aspirations, your certain criteria that you're trying to do in life, you feel me? Like, because I don't think people really are so driven off of saying, oh, well, oh boy doing this or oh girl doing this, they on this and that third. Like, don't
tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision. You got to be focused, narrow-minded. Like, if I'm pursuing something, I'm not paying attention to what anybody else doing. I'm focusing on bettering myself, self-care, like you said before.
Tunnel vision, in your own lane, running your own race. Because that verse that was talking about strip off every single dead weight so you can run the race that God has before you, it says run the race that God has set before you. He set a different race before you. He set a different race before me. You will never get to the finish line of somebody else's race. You're not equipped for it.
Facts.
You're not equipped for it. Focus on your own race.
Because like I told you before we was talking, I was talking about, for example, like in college, like everybody knows this. Like not everybody graduates on time. Like the goal at the end of the day is to get that degree, point blank, period. Like that's it. I don't care if people didn't graduate from the 4 years they tried to be capable. You know, everybody trying to graduate on time. I understand this, that, and the third, but like sometimes God, like I told you, God has a blessing for you. You just got to be able to stay through the process. You feel me? Like you have to be able to weather the storm. You feel me? Like not everything is meant to be. All right, 4 years you think you got your degree. Like no, like there be people that be there 6 years. You know, some people take a time off, come back and then get back. It's not how bad. It's not how you get all the punches, you get everybody hits you and this, that, and the third, but it's just how bad do you want to get up and finish the race, you feel me? Like everybody gets beat down, but are you gonna stay down, you gonna get back up?
Yeah, one thing that just brought a lot of thoughts in my head. One thing I heard somebody say, it was like, how many people think life is unfair? So we all raise our hands. She was like, okay, well then life has to be fair because it's beating on y'all all up the same. Like just because it might seem like you're getting it harder than the next person, life is fair because it's so unfair to everybody. Life is beating everybody up. So it's really like no excuse. And something that made me think, okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question. If you was to hit chairman March 12th, would you be happy?
Nah.
You wouldn't be happy?
I would, but I would like to be there soon, you feel me? Like,
But I'm saying, like, let's say if you hit it on March 12th, would you be happy?
Oh yeah, for sure. I would definitely be happy on that, yeah.
If you was to hit it January 11th, would you be happy?
Yeah.
If you was to hit it April 30th, would you be happy?
Yes, as long as I got to that goal, you feel me? Like I would.
So if you know that you're gonna be happy whenever you hit it, why are you rushing? Even with graduation, you know it's coming. Why are you rushing? Enjoy the process. There's probably some things that you need to learn. And one thing we don't realize is sometimes when God is making us wait, there's some things He's protecting you from.
Facts.
So
that's true.
If you know that at the end of the day you're gonna graduate, if you know at the end of the day you're gonna get to where you want to be, why are you tripping? Why are you rushing?
I know my sister always told me, she's like, look, you better enjoy these moments because once you come out, all you get is the 9 to 5. I was like, that's true. That's true. She's like, ain't nothing crazy. You're gonna be like, oh, you feel me? Like, but I understand, like, it's just a humbling experience. You feel me? Like dealing with all the process of dealing with just anything in life, like whatever you're trying to get to in life, is just a humbling experience, and you just have to enjoy the process. Like, because once you're there, you're there.
Yeah, and then for me, it's like when life is beating you down, why are you gonna stop in the middle of the storm? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when you driving down the street and like you pull over when it's storming, right? You pull over in the middle of the storm and you're trying to wait it out. First of all, that takes way too long. If you would have just kept going, it would have been sunny up the street. You turn the next block, it would have been sunny. Why are you stopping in the middle of the storm? If everything is going so bad, why are you stopping? Why are you gonna sit in the badness? Like, why would you not keep going and then chill in the goodness when it's all light and sunny outside? Like, don't stop in the middle of the storm. Because something that Steve Harvey said is the only way your dreams cannot come true, and this is the only way, is if you don't keep going. Because the moment you give up is the exact moment where you miss out on your blessing, and it's the exact moment where your dreams have a 100% chance of coming true. I mean, a 0% chance of coming true. Like, the only way is if you give up. But if you keep going and you don't go with the punches, you still got a chance that your dreams are going to come true.
Facts. And that's very true. You just, like you said, you just have to be able to roll with the punches and everything. But I also put on another thought for the negative thoughts. Like I told you about how people's visions are not your visions. You feel what I'm saying? Like people may give you doubts and all that, but you just don't need to take. I mean, you don't have to take everybody's negative thoughts on what your goals is and all that. Because I told we was talking earlier. I was telling you that like sometimes whoever like creating content, YouTube or posting stuff on Instagram or anything of business wise, whether you're doing forex or anything of that nature, like you just have to be able to not listen to the negative thoughts, negative energy. Like you feel me? Like whatever you're pursuing in life, you have to do it on your own terms. You feel me? Like you just have to be driven. Like everybody can say no, but like only you can tell yourself no. Only you can stop yourself. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's really your decision on what you want to do with your life, and you need to really consult God, because I was telling you earlier, like the same people that God uses is the exact same people that the devil uses, and the devil knows exactly how to get to you. The devil knows exactly what strategy is going to knock you off the track, right? Like for me, he knows that my mom, both my parents are pastors. He knows that they have all the advice they have given me, whether I've listened to it in the past or not, they've always been right. I really cannot tell y'all that they've ever been wrong. So when I joined this business, when I joined Trade House Investment Group in July, they was like, oh, I don't know if you should do this, that, and third. And so immediately the devil planted doubt in my head. And it just takes a little bit of doubt, just a little bit of doubt to knock you off track. So he planted that doubt in my head, and then I was like, maybe I didn't hear right from God. Maybe I wasn't, maybe I shouldn't do this, that, and third. And I had already knew God had told me to go, because in the beginning of the year, I asked him to make my vision board for me. And I looked at my vision board and it said investment. I never thought I was going to be a part of Trade House Investment Group. Then I had went on a fast in June, and I heard him tell me to go. So when my mom said that, I felt doubt, but then I had to remind myself, hold on, because this was already confirmed by God. So I gotta go. And if I would have listened to her, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't be helping the people that I'm helping get to financial freedom right now.
You feel me? So like I said before, like, cause like I told you before, like it's just certain visions are meant for certain people. Like people like your parents or your family member, your friends, they all have their own personal vision that God has for them. You feel me? Like, and people pursue that. Like, and your vision is yours. Like, it's not meant for anybody else, because they can't see the vision. Your friends and your mom and your parents or nobody that you know can see the vision. Only you can see the vision, and you have to pursue. So don't let the doubters or the person next to you say you can't do what you can. Only you can stop yourself. Because like I said before, like I'll procrastinate for myself. I was stopping myself to be even starting YouTube or posting stuff on Instagram. You feel me? Like it takes you to get rid of that bad habit and negative thought out your mind and be like, you know what? Let me boss up and do what I need to do to get to where I need to get to at the end of the day.
Facts.
But what was I about to say? But you have anything else you want to say?
It made me think of something, but it literally just left my mind. This is what I wanted to say. Why it's so important to like not let those negative thoughts get into your head is because your purpose is directly connected to somebody else's freedom and is directly connected to somebody else's healing. Therefore, if you don't obey, you're literally stopping somebody else from being free. For me, I was scared of public speaking, but as soon as I started to over the summer, like all these people were DMing me like, oh, I needed to hear that. They were sharing my post, they were saving it. They were like, thank you, that helped me, stuff like that. But if I didn't get out my feelings, I would be stopping somebody else from somebody who needs to hear that. Because you don't know. The thing is, when God tells you to do something, he knows exactly who's going to hear it, when they're going to hear it, and how it's going to affect them. Amen. You don't know that. So if you don't go, that person, they might be in a situation where they really need to hear whatever he told you to say, or they really need to see whatever God told you to post, or whatever he told you to do. And now they still stuck in their same cycle because they didn't get the healing that was supposed to come from you. Your purpose is you're a vessel. So anything that God has given you is literally for somebody else. So you're stopping not only your own blessings, but you're stopping somebody else's. And when you think about it like that, understand that it's bigger than you. Everything is bigger than you. It's all according to his plan. So move like you're trying to literally help the world.
For real. Like I said before, negative thoughts, bad habits in general is just one of the biggest deficits on how do you want to be in life, on if you want to be that or how do you say it? Like, you want to live your best way or best life, but negative thoughts and bad habits is keeping you astray from where you're trying to get to. You feel me? So like, if you want to get to where you need to get to, you have to work on those. Like, negative thoughts, I know there'll be a lot of doubters. I know there'll be a lot of haters, but like I told people, told you, like you have to be your own biggest support. You have to be your own biggest fan. You got to be your own biggest promoter, whether it's whatever business you are doing, whatever you're capable of, what you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to get to in life in general. Like, you have to be your biggest support, because like, you're only big as your foundation is. Like I told you before, like, if your foundation is weak and you have a lot of doubts about yourself, then how do you expect to have a team that's eventually going to get there to that point? Like, how do you expect your team to trust into you as their leader, but you can't even trust yourself?
Facts. Somebody had said something like, just exactly what you said, and it was like, you want your team to hit TP, but you so worried about hitting stop loss. How you expect your team to win if you so always worried about losing? How you expect your team to want to grow and go out and spread the word about things when you saying like everybody's not tapped into all this stuff? One thing I want to tell you is that, back to your negative thoughts, your mind is literally the control center of everything you do. What you think about every day, what you feed into your mind, it's so very important, because it affects how you act, it affects how you feel, it affects the things like that you do, and then it eventually becomes who you are, which is why a lot of people say that's just how I am, that's just how I am. No, that's just how you think. If you go back to all of your bad habits and everything, every negative thought you have, it all starts with a thought. Sure. The first, it all starts with a thought, and you need to work on controlling your thoughts. Every time, you need to just sit for an hour in silence, and your mind is going to drift off, because we can't just chill. Like, your mind is going to drift off, and when you catch a negative thought, you literally need to catch it, write it down, and that's called being mindful. Write down that thought, and then try to figure out, why did I think that? And then do a counter thought. Like, if I'm just chilling, or if I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, I'm so ugly, catch that thought.
You feel me?
Switch it. And then say the opposite. But once you start doing that, and you do it daily, every single day, because it's not just a one-time thing, you have to constantly keep doing it, it's going to change how you feel about yourself, it's going to change how you interact with others, and it's just going to change how you carry yourself. So everything starts with your mind. And
the crazy thing about that, once you start carrying yourself a certain way, people start to notice that. Yeah. And that attracts people on top of that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they be like, whoa, he changed. Like, yeah. He moving different. Oh, she moving different. Like,
facts.
What's going on? Like, you gotta put me in. What's so different about you? You feel me? And then that gives you that positive attraction, and gives you people to understand, like, oh, well, dang, well, if they moving like that, I gotta move like that.
Yeah, you so worried about how you have all these negative people in your life. Have you looked at yourself? Because you only attract who you are.
Exactly.
You only attract who you are. When I started changing, when I started growing, I started attracting different people to me. People noticed my growth. But if you got all these problems and stuff around you, let's look in the mirror, because there might be some stuff in you that's bringing all these people to you. You might still be feeding into drama. You might still just be chilling on the block. You might not have switched nothing up, and now you're like, why is there so much drama in my life? Why is there so much?
And people do tend to ask that. That's true. Because a lot of people would be like, dang, man, I'm getting all these dramas, all this relationship, da 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 da. Hey, and sometimes they be thinking, they be trying to, and that's the thing that we have to stop doing. So, like I was saying before, people gotta take responsibilities for themselves. You feel me? Like, it just at a certain point, like, you can't tend to blame everybody, because there's no room. There will be no room improvement if you don't look at yourself in the mirror and be like, what did I do wrong? Like, why is all this negative energy and all this stuff attracting to me, whether it's between relationships, friends, drama, anything of that nature.
Facts. And you might be picking wrong, honestly. When it comes to relationships and friendships, we ain't gonna get on that today.
Well,
that's another topic. But you might be picking wrong. You might have to, like, be choosing the wrong friends, because this is for me. One thing I noticed is when I've been through a lot of different friend groups, and I've had to come to the conclusion, I'm not even picking right. Like, and this is something Michael Todd was saying. He was like, you gotta look at people's fruit before you hook up, like, before you get with them. I'm talking about friends, not talking about sex. Before you hook up with them, right? You gotta observe their fruit type thing. And if you not really looking at somebody's character, you're only seeing potential, baby. Some people will only just be potential.
Facts.
Okay, so you stop looking at what you see and see what's already there, what they're showing you, not their words, and start picking right, because that's another reason why you got all these negative people around you.
Facts. But I mean, I feel like that's we pretty much got a gist of everything for that. Like this was a great conversation, great topic. Like I said before, I appreciate you coming through, Christine.
No problem.
This girl, I'm telling y'all, she's a mogul on the way. Like inspiring,
you
aspiration.
Too,
like I'm trying to get like you one day. You feel me? Like she be on her.
Black people always say that. I'm trying to get like you.
I'm trying to get like you one day. You feel me? Like she probably be on chill woman. I'm trying to be on my chill and stuff. You feel me? But like at the end of the day, man, it's all love. At the end of the day, you feel me? Appreciate y'all taking time and watching this video with me and my special guest Christine. You feel me? More content on the way. More Let's Talk. More videos. I promise y'all. I'm sorry. It's been a little minute, but I'm gonna be back. Like we talked before, procrastination we can't do. Consistency is key. I will be back on more content. Thank you for joining my Let's Talk. Like, comment, subscribe. My name is Earl, and I'm out.